What if I told you winter 2025 isn't just coming? It's already sabotaging homes across America and Canada. A massive polar vortex is slamming into the Midwest next week, and it's not just cold. It's infrastructure killing cold. Power grids are collapsing, pipes are exploding like action movie stunts, and store shelves bare. Stick around because I'm revealing the 9 forgotten under $30 items that could literally save your life while everyone else is frozen in panic. Hey everyone, I didn't just Google this. I pulled 2025 emergency bulletins from NOAA, cross-referenced Environment Canada's crisis maps, and analyzed real-time outage reports from January's deep freeze wave. What I found? Terrifying. This isn't snow. It's systemic chaos. Homes in Minnesota lost heat for 6 days. Not because of the cold, but because no one had item number 5. A family in Manitoba survived buried in their car, thanks to something smaller than a lunchbox. In this video, I'm exposing 9 brutally overlooked winter lifelines, including the silent $8 pipe saver that prevented $18,000 disasters. And the terrifying reason your phone charger won't work when you need it most, trust me. Number 3 will make you run to Home Depot tonight. Before we dive in, comment below. What's your 2025 winter red flag? Generator shortages, propane price hikes, thermostat failures. If you've seen it, someone else is about to. Let's warn them together. Item 1, carbon monoxide detector with battery backup. Yeah, you've got one, probably somewhere, maybe near the hallway, maybe next to that crooked shelf you keep meaning to fix. Or yeah, right under your kid's glitter glue dinosaur masterpiece from 3rd grade, the one that's been there since, was it 2019, 2020? Who even remembers? Here's the thing you don't want to hear, but absolutely need to, that detector. It's probably dead or dying or just politely ignoring the invisible killer floating through your house right now. Let's talk January 2025. Real numbers, real people. 147 folks, moms, dads, college students, retirees, rushed to ERS across the US and Canada. Not from frostbite, not from slipping on ice, from carbon monoxide, silent, odorless, tasteless, and terrifyingly patient. It doesn't kick down your door, it just waits. Waits till your generator's humming in the garage with the door just cracked a bit. Waits till your 15-year-old furnace wheezes its last breath during a 3-day blackout. Waits till you're asleep, tired, cold, just trying to stay warm. And here's the worst part, you won't feel it coming. No alarm bells in your head, no burning lungs. Your brain, it just slows, gets fuzzy. You think you're tired, you think you'll nap it off, but your blood's turning against you. Oxygen blocked, cells starving, and by the time someone finds you, it's not oops, it's too late. That old detector, if it's beeping once a year, that's not a reminder, that's a funeral march. You need one with a digital readout, not just a chirp, not just a red light. Numbers, real-time levels, so you know before your head gets heavy. And it needs a 10-year sealed battery. No, I'll change it next weekend. No, I'll grab batteries at the store. Nope. Set it, forget it, let it guard you. Put it near your bedroom, not the kitchen, not the basement where you sleep. Test it every month. Press the button, hear the beep, know it's awake, know it's watching. This isn't paranoia, this is survival. Quiet, simple, cheap, and if you skip it, winter won't care. But your lungs will, your heart will, your family will. Don't wait for the headache, don't wait for the dizziness, don't wait for the news report with your street name in it. Get the right detector, now, today, before the next storm rolls in and brings the silence with it. Item 2, solar and hand crank emergency radio/charger. Your phone is not your friend in a winter blackout. It's a traitor, a beautiful, glowing, battery-sucking traitor. You think you're ready. I've got a power bank! Cool. And when that dies on day 2, while you're wrapped in 3 blankets, rationing Hot Pockets, and your Wi-Fi's gone dark, what then? You gonna yell into the void? Hope a squirrel runs by with a USB cable. January 2025 slapped us awake. In Michigan, a woman got trapped in her home for 58 hours after an ice storm snapped every power line on her block. Her phone, dead by hour 18. Her power bank, toast by hour 24. She survived, not because of Alexa or Siri, but because her neighbor had an Eaton FRX7 solar panel, hand crank. NOAA weather alerts built in, charged her phone just enough to text her son, just enough to say, I'm alive, send help. That little box? It's not tech, it's lifeline. Most people wait till the lights go out to panic buy one. Big mistake, stores sell out in hours. Online, back ordered till spring, and the cheap ones? They crack in the cold. Buttons freeze, batteries die faster than your hope. You need one that works when everything else doesn't. Crank it like you're mad at it, and it gives you light. Solar charge it through a frosty window, and it wakes up. Plug in your dying iPhone, and it buys you one more call, one more text, one more chance. It also screams for help. Literally. Built-in siren, flashlight, SOS beacon. In Alberta last month, a hiker used his to signal a snowmobile rescue team after his phone died and his car got buried under 4 feet of powder. And here's the kicker. It tells you what's coming. NOAA weather radio means you hear blizzard warning or grid failure alert before your neighbor does, before the app crashes, before the internet blinks out. So stop treating your phone like it's invincible. It's not. It's fragile. Cold kills batteries faster than you kill houseplants. Get the radio, test it, keep it by your bed, learn how to crank it without crying. Your thumbs will hate you. Your future self will kiss you. Winter doesn't care if your Instagram's updated, but it will care if you can call for help, when help is the only thing left. Comment below. What's your phone's battery life during a storm? 3% panic mode, or do you already have a crank radio? Let's compare war stories. Item 3. Pipe insulation, foam and heating tape. You don't think about your pipes. Not really. They're hidden. Quiet. Tucked behind walls, under sinks, in crawl spaces you pretend don't exist. Out of sight, out of mind, until they explode. And in winter 2025, they're not just freezing, they're detonating. In Ohio last January, a single night at minus 22 degrees Fahrenheit turned a quiet suburban street into a water park from hell. One guy woke up to his kitchen ceiling caving in, not from snow, from his own pipes, bursting like overfilled balloons. Water geysered through drywall, flooded the living room, ruined the couch, the TV. The dog's favorite squeaky hedgehog repair bill, $14,300, all because he skipped the $8 fix. That's right, $8. Pipe insulation foam, the squishy tube stuff you slide over exposed pipes, costs less than your lunch. Heating tape, the electric ribbon that hugs your pipes like a warm hug, around $25. You staple it, plug it in, done. It doesn't need Wi-Fi, doesn't need an app, just electricity. And if that fails, the foam still slows the freeze, buys you time. Cities are screaming right now. In Minnesota, hardware stores sold out of insulation foam by December 1st, not because people got smart, because pipes started popping, and panic set in. Here's the scary part. It's not just old houses. New builds, same risk. Basements, garages, exterior walls, all danger zones. And if you lose power, that's when the clock starts ticking. Pipes freeze in as little as 3 hours if temps plunge below zero. One woman in Winnipeg wrapped her basement pipes with old towels and duct tape. "It'll hold," she said. It didn't. Her insurance agent cried when he saw the damage. Don't be that story. Go to Home Depot, Canadian Tire, even Walmart. Grab the foam, grab the tape, slap it on every pipe you can reach, especially near outside walls, under sinks, in unheated spaces. It takes 20 minutes, maybe 30 if you're sipping hot cocoa while you do it. Your future self, dry, warm, not talking to a contractor, will high-five you. And your wallet? It'll thank you louder than your dog thanks you for belly rubs. Comment below. Have you had a pipe burst, or are you seeing foam/tape sold out near you? Let's map the pipe apocalypse together. Item 4. Chemical hand warmers. Industrial grade, your hands are liars. They promise you they'll be fine. It's just a little snow, they say. I'll be quick, they whisper as you step outside in slippers to scrape ice off your windshield at 6 a.m. And then, bam, 2 minutes in, they're stiff, numb, useless lobster claws dangling from your wrists. And that's when you drop your keys into the snow in a parking lot in minus 28 degrees Celsius wind chill. Welcome to winter 2025, where frost nip isn't a meme. It's a medical report. Regular hand warmers, the cute little pouches you buy at gas stations, they last 30 minutes, maybe, if the wind's feeling generous. After that, you're back to blowing on your fingers like you're trying to revive a dead hamster. You need the heavy stuff. Industrial, hot hand super warmers, grabber toe and hand warmers, the kind construction crews use, the kind ice fishermen swear by. These little packets, they crank out heat for 18 to 24 hours. No charging, no batteries, just shake, open, and shove them in your mittens. In Saskatchewan this January, our visits for frost nip during vehicle emergencies tripled. Why? People thought they could tough it out. One guy spent 45 minutes digging his truck out of a drift, barehanded after his gloves got soaked. Ended up with second-degree frostbite on 3 fingers. His quote to the nurse, "I didn't think it'd get that bad that fast." Spoiler, it always does. Keep 10 packs in your glove box. Toss 5 in your winter coat pockets. Stick a few in your bug-out bag. School backpack, work satchel, doesn't matter. What matters is that when your car dies in a snowbank, when the bus doesn't show, when you're waiting for a tow truck that's 3 hours away, your hands still work. You can still grip, still text, still turn a key, still wave down help. These warmers cost less than your coffee order, and they weigh nothing, but in the right moment, they're the difference between mildly annoyed and medevaced. Your fingers didn't evolve for minus 40 degrees Celsius, but chemistry did. Let science save your skin. Comment below. Ever dropped your keys in the snow because your hands went numb, or seen hand warmers vanish from store shelves? Share your frozen finger horror stories. Item 5. Thermal emergency blankets. The metallic ones forget what you think you know about these shiny sheets. You've seen them in first aid kits, maybe wrapped around marathon runners, maybe tucked in your camping gear. And never used? Too crinkly, you said. Too flimsy. Looks like tinfoil pajamas. Winter 2025 doesn't care about your fashion opinions. These aren't for picnics, they're for survival. Heavy-duty Mylar thermal blankets, the kind that reflect 90% of your body heat back at you, are now being taped over windows, stapled to door frames, and wrapped around sleeping toddlers in closets across Ontario, Minnesota, and Maine. Why? Because when the power dies and the furnace goes silent, and the temperature inside your house drops to 45 degrees Fahrenheit, your cozy flannel sheets won't save you. But a $3 metallic blanket, it might. In Barrie, Ontario, during the deep freeze of 25, a family lost heat for 5 days. No power, no generator, just a wood stove that couldn't keep up. So they lined their bedroom windows with 6 emergency blankets, taped edge to edge. Then they wrapped their 3-year-old in 2 layers and slept together in a hallway closet, also lined with Mylar. The kid never dipped below 97.8 degrees Fahrenheit. Parents, sweaty, uncomfortable, alive. That's not luck, that's physics. These blankets trap heat like a thermos traps coffee. Your body radiates warmth, and the Mylar bounces it right back. No electricity, no flame, no bulk, just pure, crinkly miracle science. And they're not just for beds. Drape one over your shoulders while you wait for a tow truck. Wrap it around your dog during a blizzard walk. Line your car windows overnight to slow frost buildup. Emergency shelters in Manitoba handed them out by the thousands in February and called them the poor man's furnace. They cost $2 to $5, fold smaller than a magazine, last decades if unopened. And if you're caught outside, they're bright silver, perfect for signaling rescuers from the air. Don't leave them in your trunk. Just in case. Tape one to your bedroom wall, keep one by the front door, sleep with one under your pillow, because when the lights go out and the cold creeps in, you won't care if you look like a baked potato. You'll just care that you're still warm. Comment below. Have you ever slept under one of these or seen them used in wild ways? Maybe you've got a Mylar closet survival story. Share it. Let's get weird and warm together. Item 6. Car winter survival kit. With a collapsible shovel plus snow anchor, your car is not a tank. It's a metal box with feelings. And in winter 2025, those feelings are mostly panic. You think you're safe because you gassed up and checked your tires. Cute. But when a surprise blizzard dumps 26 inches in 8 hours, and you fishtail into a ditch on County Road 7, your half-charged phone and leftover drive-through napkins won't dig you out. That's where your car's secret weapon comes in, a real, honest-to-winter, survival-grade kit. Not the dusty first aid box from 2017, not the jumper cables you've never actually used. I'm talking collapsible shovel, traction mats, high-vis sleeping bag rated to minus 40 degrees Celsius, and, yes, a snow anchor. What's a snow anchor? It's a wide plastic platform you jam under your spinning tires so they finally grip instead of digging you deeper into your own grave. Sounds simple. Feels like magic when you're sobbing into your steering wheel at midnight in a whiteout. In February 2025, a couple near Thunder Bay got stuck for 36 hours on a rural highway. No cell service, no plows coming, just snow, wind, and silence. They survived because their kit had a shovel that folded smaller than a loaf of bread, a thermal sleeping bag that fit 2, glow sticks because flashlights die, and a whistle, which they blew every 20 minutes until a snowmobiler heard them. They later went viral on TikTok, got 2.3 million views, and a free lifetime supply of beef jerky from a sponsor. True story. Hardware stores in Michigan and Alberta can't keep these kits on shelves. Why? Because people are finally realizing all-wheel drive doesn't mean all-weather invincible. Snow doesn't care about your SUV badge. Your kit should live in your trunk. Not sometimes, not when I remember, always. Winterized, checked monthly, restocked after use, and don't cheap out. The $12 emergency kit from the gas station. It's got Band-Aids and a candle. Great if you're bleeding romantically in mild weather. Useless when you're buried alive in a snowdrift. Spend $45. Get the real deal. Add extra gloves, add protein bars, add a hand crank flashlight, add duct tape. Yes, really, because when you're alone, cold, tired, scared, that kit isn't stuff. It's your lifeline, your warmth, your signal, your hope, and maybe, and just maybe, but your ticket to internet fame and free snacks. Comment below, so ever been stuck in your car during a storm? What saved you, or what did you wish you had? Let's crowdsource the ultimate car survival list. Item 7, 30-day emergency med supply. Your medicine cabinet is lying to you. It looks full, organized, maybe even color-coded, but check the dates, check the counts. That last bottle of blood pressure pills, you're down to 3. That inhaler, you've been shaking it like a maraca for weeks. That insulin, you're stretching doses because the refill's not till next Tuesday. Winter 2025 doesn't care about your calendar. In Detroit last January, 42% of winter-related hospitalizations had nothing to do with frostbite or car crashes. They were from medication gaps. People ran out. Pharmacies closed, roads iced over, delivery drivers got stuck, and suddenly, that thing you take every morning to stay alive, gone. One woman with type 1 diabetes rationed her insulin for 2 days during a power outage, ended up in ICU with diabetic ketoacidosis. Her quote to the nurse, "I thought I could wait it out. I didn't think the snow would last." Spoiler, the snow didn't care. You need a 30-day emergency stash, not a few extras, not I'll run to CVS if I need to. 30 full days. Talk to your doctor right now. Ask for an emergency backup script. Most will write it, no questions. Once you say winter storm prep, keep it in a waterproof labeled bag, not in the bathroom. Humidity ruins meds. Not on the windowsill. Cold kills insulin. Somewhere dry, dark, accessible. This isn't hoarding, this is healthcare armor. In rural Vermont, a man with severe asthma survived a 4-day grid failure because he had a backup inhaler taped inside his winter coat. His power was out, his nebulizer dead, but that little blue canister still worked, still saved him. Check your meds. All of them, heart, lungs, mental health, thyroid, seizure, all of it. If you take it daily, you need a backup, period. And don't forget pet meds, your dog's thyroid pills, your cat's insulin. They need emergency stashes too. Vets are reporting shortages, delays, panic buying. Don't let Fluffy suffer because you waited. Winter doesn't send warnings. It doesn't knock. It just shows up and shuts everything down. Your health doesn't pause for snow days. Neither should your supply. Fill the gap before the gap fills your hospital bed. Comment below. Have you run out of meds during a storm or noticed shortages or price hikes lately? Let's track what's vanishing and help each other stay stocked. Item 8. Water purification tablets and collapsible 5-gallon jug. You think you've got water covered. Taps running, fridge dispensers chilling. Maybe you even bought a few extra bottles last time the weather looked iffy. Cute. Winter 2025 doesn't play iffy, it plays total system failure. In Calgary's icepocalypse last January, over 11,000 homes lost running water for 72 hours, not because pipes froze, because the treatment plant lost power. No pumps, no pressure, no clean water. People panicked, bought out every bottled water shelf in the city within 90 minutes. Then they turned to snow. Big mistake. Snow is not water, not safe water anyway. It's full of microplastics, car exhaust residue, bird contributions, and bacteria that'll turn your stomach inside out. One family boiled it, good instinct, but didn't purify it after. Hello, Giardia. Goodbye, weekend plans. Enter purification tablets. Tiny, light, cheap. $10 for 50 tablets. Each one can zap bacteria, viruses, and parasites in a liter of water in 30 minutes. No fire, no filter, just drop, wait, drink. Pair that with a collapsible 5-gallon jug. Folds flatter than your New Year's resolutions. And you've got a mobile, stashable, disaster-proof water station. Fill it before the storm. Store it in a closet, under a bed, behind the couch. When taps run dry, you're not kneeling in slush with a saucepan. You're calmly pouring clean, safe water into a cup like a person who planned ahead. FEMA says 1 gallon per person per day. For 3 days, minimum, that's 12 gallons for a family of 4. Sounds like a lot, until you realize you need it for drinking, cooking, brushing teeth, and washing meds down. Don't wait till the alert hits. Don't wait till your neighbor knocks asking for just 1 cup. Don't wait till you're sucking on ice cubes like a cartoon character. Prep now. Purify smart. Store flat. Drink safe. And whatever you do, stop looking at snow like it's nature's vending machine. It's not. It's a trap. A cold, pretty, stomach-cramping trap. Your future hydrated self will high-five you, quietly, because dehydration gives you headaches. And we've got enough of those already. Comment below. Have you ever had to melt snow for water, or seen bottled water vanish from stores during a storm? Share your thirst horror stories. Let's hydrate smarter together. Item 9. Printed local maps and emergency contact list. Your phone is a fair weather friend. It works when the sun's out, when the Wi-Fi's strong, when the cell tower's standing. But when winter 2025 hits, and I mean really hits, your glowing rectangle becomes a very expensive paperweight. In January alone, 12 states and provinces lost cellular service for 48 plus hours. Ice took down towers. Blackouts killed backup generators and thousands of people. stared at blank screens whispering, "Siri, where's the nearest shelter?" Siri didn't answer. That's when paper saved lives. A family in rural Vermont, no signal, no power, 2 kids, 1 terrified golden retriever, used a printed map of their county to walk 7 miles through knee-deep snow to a warming center. They followed back roads, avoided flooded bridges, found a gas station with a working landline, because they had the address written down. No app, no GPS, just ink, paper, and common sense. You need a printed local map, not the whole state. Just your town, your county, mark the hospitals, fire stations, shelters, plowed routes, alternate roads, gas stations with generators, pharmacies that stay open during storms. Tape it to your fridge, laminate it, stick a copy in your glove box, your bug-out bag, your kid's backpack, and next to it, a handwritten emergency contact list, not saved in your phone, not "I'll just call mom," actual names, actual numbers, landlines, neighbors, out-of-state relatives, doctors, veterinarians, the guy down the street with a snowblower and a heart of gold. Because when the grid dies, when the towers fall, when your kid's fever spikes at 3 a.m. and you can't Google urgent care near me, that piece of paper, it's your lifeline. Your compass, your 911. Tech fails, batteries die, apps crash. But paper doesn't need a password, doesn't freeze in the cold, doesn't care if the internet's down, it just works. So open Google Maps right now, zoom in, print it, grab a pen, write down numbers, tape it up, show your family where it is, because the next storm won't wait for your phone to reconnect, it'll just come. And you'll be ready with the oldest, simplest, most reliable tech on Earth, ink, paper, and a plan. Winter 2025 isn't just another season, it's a full-on survival exam, and these 9 items, they're your open book answers. You don't need to be Bear Grylls, you don't need a stockpile of MREs or a secret cabin in the woods. All you need is to be just a little smarter, a little faster, and a little more prepared than the storm trying to knock you out. Every single thing on this list costs less than your average takeout order. Seriously, less than sushi or wings, and takes less time to grab than an episode of your favorite show. But when the power dies, the pipes crack, the roads vanish under snow, and your phone becomes a useless brick. These items, they're not just helpful. They're the line between "I'm okay" and "I need help now." So don't wait for the weather alert to flash red. Don't wait for your neighbor to knock asking for water or a charger. Don't wait for that first shiver that turns into a shake. Start today. Pick one thing, just one. Go get the hand warmers, print the map, test the code detector, call your doctor for that backup script, tape the Mylar blanket to the window. Small moves, but they add up to big safety, because winter 2025 isn't asking if you're ready, it's already here. Watching, testing, waiting to see who planned and who panicked. Be the one who planned. Be the one who's warm when the heat's out, who's charged when the grid's down, who's medicated when the roads are closed, who's hydrated when the taps run dry, who's found when the towers go silent, not because you got lucky, but because you got ready. And that's the quiet kind of victory no storm can take away.